I imagine that that latest role going into it, it's like, wow, women run this company. It's going to be this like great
Hmm.
environment. And then it ended up being really like completely
The
the
worst. Yeah.
opposite.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you? I mean, aside for, you mentioned a lot of things
Hmm.
about just not having a voice and it taking kind of an emotional toll on you, but like what were you feeling like in those days?
There was almost a grief where you think women are in it together. And you realize there's a lot of us that are, and there's a lot of us that aren't. And I think there was a level of like, it almost felt like, it felt like a loss. It felt like the things that you thought and believed were actually not true. And
Mm.
it was really hard to see. There was like, hello, we've all been around mean girls and people that, but I thought we had kind of crossed a threshold. I was like, okay, like, me too. We're doing some big things. Like, we're coming together. And then I realized that there's so much that we still need to do. And so I had to really think through that and what that looked like because I didn't want to become bitter. And so I think I kind of came to the place of there was so much work to get us here. There were women that literally put their lives, everything on the line to just get us to this place, to have a freaking credit card, to buy a house, I mean, it was not that long ago where it was completely legal for husbands to abuse their wives. I mean, people have literally put their lives at stake for us to get to this place. And there's this entire group of people that don't realize it and or realize that we're not done and we still have work to do. So, but to get that done, we have to start communicating and we have to start talking and we have to start talking about where this shit comes from. We all have a story. We all have shit we've dealt with. It was exactly what I talked about. There's a reason why I sat in jobs for 20 years. It was because of kind of slight family conditioning. It but we all have that. And I think to really be able to dig into that, one, admit it to ourselves, have those conversations, really be able to be at peace with some of those things, but also communicate it to another person and listen to theirs and understand it, I think helps us get there. And so I could be pissed and I mean, I still am a little pissed. I could be pissed as to what I was put through in that year and a half. But it's also what can I do differently that they didn't do for me? And so I think that's how I've been able to take it and remember my great boss at my other job. What did she do that made me feel like I could take ownership of my job? I'm going to do that, but I'm going to change a couple things to make it authentic to me and to make sure people know like that this isn't just me copying things. But at the same time, it's still just part of my brand and my mission and what I want to do. And I think that's how I've been able to cope with that emotionally over the years.